What's up, guys? Daniel with VintageMagic.com. Hey, I wanted to announce that VintageMagic.com will be vending at Grand Prix Las Vegas 2017. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my videos. I've hinted towards that, but I wanted to officially announce that. The website link below will actually show you the landing page, of which will have all our promotions, all the exciting products, services, and stuff we're going to offer. And this video will kind of go over some of the rundown what we're going to be doing. For those of you guys who don't know what Grand Prix Las Vegas is, the link below will also have the GrandPrixVegas.com website. And it's hosted by tournament organizer Channel Fireball, and they are the most well-known tournament organizer in the business. They're actually going to be the tournament organizer for all of the Grand Prix in 2018. So they do a very professional job. I think you guys are going to have a great experience, so make sure you mark your calendars. The Grand Prix itself is going to be June 15th to June 18th. It's going to be a Thursday to a Sunday. There's going to be tons of side events, and the main event is going to be 3 of them. So there's going to be Legacy, Standard, and Modern, with tons of side events. Like they're going to have Vintage, Old School, and Legacy and Standard, usually almost running every single day. So be sure to check that GrandPrixVegas.com website for all of the details of the events itself. But make sure you book your hotel and everything ASAP if you're planning to go. Do not wait last minute. It will sell out very fast. And it's something that if you've ever wanted to go to a Grand Prix or you've been to many Grand Prix, this is the Grand Prix of the century. So I think they broke the records for all the attendance last year. But I think this year, or I'm sorry, 2015, but this year might be the biggest of them all. All right, so another thing about the Grand Prix is if you're looking for art and artist stuff, there's going to be a ton of artists. So we're talking probably like 50 or plus artists or so are going to be there. Also, there's going to be about 30 plus vendors. I think there's like 33 or so, and we're one of them. And so as one of the vendors at the Grand Prix, we are going to be very unique. For those of you who have never met me and you know who always love who have actually emailed me or messaged me before, this is an opportunity to talk more about investing, collecting old school vintage collectibles and such. I would love to meet you guys. We only focus on eternal formats, so that's vintage, old school, legacy. We do not offer or buy judge foils or foil cards anymore. I have changed my investment strategy on those. I am not investing in foils in the future. So if you have anything else in that realm to sell, such as Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Arabian Nights, Legends, The Dark, Revised, anything in the old school formats, I'm definitely a buyer of those cards. We also are buying graded cards, artist proofs, altered cards, signed cards. I think a lot of the dealers, for example, they don't buy artist proofs and signed cards. We are one of the few dealers, if probably the only one, that buys them actively. So if you have some of those, please bring those. We love to see your collection. Another thing that we have of interest for are any misprints and oddities. So if you have misprints, generally of the older formats, we definitely like to look at them. For example, any of the test prints of the old editions, and also miscut cards. There might be some printing error cards, crimp cards. Those are ones we're looking for also. So, you know, the thing is, like, at this Grand Prix, what's really unique is we're going to have a lot of promotions. So make sure you go to the link below and check out the link and bookmark it, because there's going to be lots and lots of updates. And on our social media, so if you go to VintageMagic.com, the community tab, you can join the social media outlets. We're going to have a ton of promotions. So one of the things people do is they go to the Grand Prix is they like to open packs. And so we offer incredible pack opening specials. So pack specials. So if you go to the link below, you'll notice that there's a bunch of packs that have no prices and they will be announced. And that's because in YouTube videos, I will be announcing those throughout, you know, up until the Grand Prix itself. So today's announcement is basically two booster packs. One is going to be the 3rd edition Revised, which contains possibly the Dual Lands, Soul Ring, Wheel of Fortune, other cool goodies, and also the Alliances English, that contains Force of Will and Helm of Obedience and Lake of the Dead, and Peldigriff, the EDH card. So for the 3rd edition, we are going to do a special of $65 a booster pack, or you can buy 2 for $120. So that's $60 a pack. If you guys compare that with your local game store or other vendors, I think you're going to find that's a very competitive price. Also, if you are thinking of like you're thinking like, well, I'm not sure about packs itself. They might be search, all that kind of stuff. We do get that quite a bit, that concern, and we want to give you guys that guarantee that all these packs are either from authorized, previous card stores where we've required collections, or ex-Wizards employees. And these are all factory sealed boxes that we have, and they'll probably be open at the show in front of you so you can pick the pack that you want. So nothing will ever be searched. We do not sell search packs or resealed packs. I know it's a huge concern in the industry, but at Vintage Magic, I think it just ruins the fun of the whole entire excitement of sealed packs. So enjoy and have fun with that special. The other special is going to be that Alliances booster pack special, and the pack price we've decided is going to be $20 a pack or $15 for 2. So it's basically 1 for 20 or 2 for 30 for Alliances booster pack. And I don't have to go into the famous Force of Will. It is obviously one of the most iconic cards for Vintage and Legacy. Most players need 4 of them. This is an opportunity for you to buy them at a pretty good price and have some fun opening them at the Grand Prix. So anyway, we'll be announcing pack specials and such, and other Grand Prix announcements and other videos, but that's the pack special announcement for today's video. So a couple things, we obviously buy and sell cards. So let's talk about buying. We're looking for all the time high quality condition, older set cards. So that's Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Arabian Nights, Antiquities, Legends, The Dark, Revised, and even foreign black border cards. So if you have mint quality cards, and in the link below for our landing page, you can find the glossary section for our website that will show you what we consider mint. So we are paying an incredible price for mint condition cards. The price is going to be up to 50% higher than any listed vendor in the entire Grand Prix. So for example, if a card is $1,000, we'll pay up to $1,500. That's right, 50% higher than any vendor that has their buy list listed, or they have it's a verified offer that they've made. And obviously, it depends on the supply of the cards we pick up. So if we pick up quite a bit, we have obviously the right to not purchase it. But in general, we're going to buy almost anything that's in mint quality condition. Now you're probably wondering, well, Dan, there's not that many mint quality cards out there. The thing is though, if you actually go through your decks and your collections and binders and such, you'll be very surprised. There's actually a lot of cards that are in mint condition. So my recommendation is to bring your collection, your decks, the eternal formats, and let us take a look at it. So with that said, we're doing free appraisals. So what that means is we will go through your collection, give you some rough estimate of what we think it's worth, go through authenticity, that kind of thing. And that usually is a service I charge on the website. You can go to vintagemagic.com. It's on the services tab. We usually charge for that service. At the Grand Prix only, it is free, based on demand. So in terms of the demand of the amount of people out there. So if we are booked up, obviously buying cards, selling cards is a priority. We will do the appraisals as fast as we can. If we're not able to get to them, you can always contact me after the show. So the other thing is we also are looking to sell cards. So it doesn't matter if you're a player or if you're a collector. We're going to have a wide range of cards, such as high-end graded cards, Summer Magic dual lands, staple cards. It doesn't matter really what you're looking for. If you're looking for anything old school and vintage key cards and also some legacy key cards, we will have them. Something we do not sell is foils, judge foils. We may have some here and there, but we're not going to be focusing on that for this show. And again, I do not invest in those because I feel like they're extremely volatile. So I don't want to put any more money into investing in those type of products. So if you're looking for those, we're not the right vendor for you. We do have recommendations for other vendors. So if you find me at the show, I'd be happy to point you out to some vendors who have foil cards. And I totally understand foils are great for people that want to pimp their decks, but it's something we do not invest in. But hey, if you're looking to fulfill your set, play sets, your decks for old school, vintage, we have tons of Power 9, tons of dual lands, tons of key cards. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can find something in your price range, and I'm happy to discuss that with you. So something different from us and other vendors I want to mention is we don't really have a buy list set up for this show. Our buy list section for our website at vintagemagic.com is actually under construction. The prices that you see right now are actually just old prices where we are actually redesigning the entire website. So when you go to the website right now, that is not the buy list price. They've changed quite a bit. So for this show, because we're not going to have it done in time, the general rule in terms of buying or selling cards to us is it's going to be very simple. One is we're going to look at past eBay sales, and if whatever the eBay sells for on eBay, for like example, if it's cards $1,000, and it's usually apples to apples quality, we'll give you generally 20 to 25% less of that due to eBay fees and also our opportunity to make some money out of the card in cash. So it's very competitive. I think you're going to find if you do your research compared to other buy lists, it's actually better than buy lists in some cases. And also we're going to be paying cash immediately for those cards. It's more of a negotiation process and discussion. We're not the type of vendor where we're going to have stacks and stacks of cards, to buy 25-cent foils, or bulk cards. We're looking to purchase larger collections and your decks. So if it's something where you have you're looking for more volume selling, we're not going to be the right vendor for you. But we are the right vendor if you're looking for more a la carte stuff. And I'm telling you, we will pay more than anybody in the room. So if you have any like old school, vintage, high quality condition cards, especially those, we'll pay up to 50% more than anybody else in the room. Now that's for ungraded cards. That is not for graded cards. For graded cards, I do buy graded cards, and obviously we're looking to grade cards, but I do buy them, but it depends on the condition. So I invite you to come to the table. We'll sit down, have a conversation, see what you have. You really don't know until you come by, because honestly, we are definitely one of the bigger buyers out there of the graded and the ungraded high-end cards. So I ask you guys come over and we can take a look at it. All right, so another special thing is people have asked me already. I've set some meetings up already for clients, but if you're looking for personal appointments and attention prior or after the show, we usually run the Thursday to Sunday. The show is going to be starting from 8 to midnight. Now, we're not going to start the show at 8 o'clock or end at midnight. We usually get in the show around 9 o'clock-ish, and we end around 8 o'clock or so. The reason why we do that is because we set up private meetings for collectors who want some extra time to speak about larger collections. So if you have a large collection and you want to meet prior to the show, please contact me at vintagemagic.com. Go to the contact us, and we can discuss a meeting time and such during or before or after the show. We also will be in early one day, and we'll be in Wednesday, and we'll be leaving on Monday. So if you want to go over your collection before the GP and after the GP, I'm more than happy to do that based on appointment. So I think this really fits well with collectors and players who really have larger value collections. Some of these guys, obviously you guys know who you are not interested in being part of the whole entire crowd. There's obviously a high dollar value, and I don't have to really go through this, but it's pretty obvious. If you want privacy, this is usually the best way to go. So again, go to the website, vintagemagic.com, go to the contact us, just contact me prior to the Grand Prix and be happy to set an appointment. All right, guys, so this is, I know there's a lot in this video, and I'll be going through stuff throughout and from now till the Grand Prix. Lots of things to cover, but so many exciting promotions. I can't even tell you right now that the best thing to do is go to the link below at vintagemagic.com. I would register on the website as just a registered user. You don't have to join as a member. And I would also click on the newsletter selector button so you get the newsletter. Also join the social media outlets, the channels we have on vintagemagic.com in the community section. Tons of social media outlets, and there's going to be tons and tons of promotions. And I'm telling you, there's going to be such a big surprise this week. I don't even want to. I mean, I'm so close to telling you right now, but I cannot say a word. I can't say anything. I can't, but I really want to. This is the problem. So anyway, you guys, thanks again for watching, and I look forward to see you guys at Grand Prix Las Vegas 2017. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.